episode 2 of the Hero City Project takes place about couple days after episode 1. It's given Logan and Terra time to kind of calm down after the sudden shock of the situation. What's happening is Logan wants to make kind of an evidence video because she thinks she's a conspiracy theorist, so she thinks that if it's ever discovered that they have these odd abilities that started happening after they trespass on this government property, that something's going to happen to them. So they need to document what's going on or what happened. They need to have proof or some kind of diary in case they go missing, so someone else can find it, and someone else might be able to find them if something happens. I had some fun playing around with the audio and visual effects on this. It's not great because I'm using Windows Movie Maker, but I kind of wanted to use it to show, or at least give an idea of the effect that Terra's presence has on electronics, because we hear her talking about it in the demo reel when she's talking to Logan, but we don't actually see any evidence of it, and while they've had a few days to kind of get over the initial shock, Terra still doesn't really have any control over this, and so some of her powers are kind of leaking into the electronics and messing with the camera features, distorting the audio and changing the color and pixelating it and things like that. So that's a lot of what you see here, and so it's Logan and Terra talking about what happened, about the explosion, about how they got their powers in the first place.
Okay, son of a hitting it isn't bitch. You know what? You stay over there because every time you're in the room, it. I think it's finally working. Alright, this is ridiculous. I'm the techie one. And I'm the one telling you, every time you touch the camera, it freaks the hell out. So this is how we're gonna do it for now. Anyway. Where was I? The accident. So Terra and I... Sorry. The recluse and I, and a couple of friends, let's call them the party planner, the nurse, and the bartender. We were walking by the docks.
Then, when the activist here decided to get us all in trouble.
I did not! We were walking our usual haunts when this warehouse that's been abandoned since, forever. It wasn't abandoned anymore, and, there wasn't just, like, a rent-a-cop, okay? There were electrified fences, and barbed wire, and dogs, and these guards? These motherfuckers were armed to the teeth.
I wish she was exaggerating, but she's really not. But you didn't have to go and piss one of them off.
Hey, I asked a perfectly legitimate question, which I am completely in my rights to do. I simply asked what they were doing there with all that gear and manpower in a previously shit warehouse. That's all.
That's all? He threatened us with a gun.
Needless to say, we got out of there pretty quick, and we were almost back to the car when the explosion.
I don't really remember much of it after that. I was kind of at the tail end of the explosion, and it's all kind of fuzzy.
We were knocked to the ground. The recluse was unconscious, and we had to carry her the rest of the way to the car. The smoke coming from the fire smelled fucking awful, and it was bright purple. The whole thing was just, absolutely terrifying. There were helicopters overhead, and this loud siren, like a nuclear explosion had gone off. We were just trying to get the hell out of there. When Dion, party planner. Do we have to use the code names?
Yes, the party planner and the nurse, they're trying to forget it happened, and so it's important that we cover it up. We talked about this.
They're not going to be able to ignore it if they start developing symptoms too. Anyway, one of the girls wanted to call the cops, and I said, I put my foot down. I was like, no way in hell. Because these guys were either the government or they were doing something extremely illegal, and neither option seemed promising to me. I know that everybody thinks that I'm this crazy conspiracy theorist, but I'm right about this one. Normal fires don't have purple smoke, and non-dangerous things don't need people who look like they walked out of a Rambo flick to guard them. And when you start developing powers, you don't go to the government because they're just going to throw you in a cage and...
I'm scared